everyone, this is me Sharon and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this very easy to make ponytail, and it's a good way to use up your scrap yarns if you have a lot, because we all know that it's not great to really just throw them off, because you can make some awesome giveaways out of those. Like say for example, you can turn this one into a souvenir. You can give this to your friends, and I'm sure that those premium yarns, you can use them up into something much better, because you don't want to throw them anyway. Some of them are really very expensive, so you don't want to just throw them away, right? So with this kind of project, you can use any kinds of yarn that you like, and yes, it doesn't limit you to the kind of yarn. You can use any yarns that you have in there. If you're gonna be using fingering weight yarn, it's gonna turn out like this. So as you can see, the design and the ruffle is much better, but it also looks great if you're gonna use a much thicker yarn. Now for this kind of project, you can use either this kind of an elastic, or you can use this one. Alright, so next clip, I'm going to show you the materials that we will be needing in order to make this scrunchies. I also make bags and purses, so if you'd like to see some of my projects, you can check on my playlist. Don't forget to subscribe! So for this project, you will need, of course, rubber bands. You can buy it at a thrift store, and I bought this for only 18 pesos. This one, it's a bit rounded, and the other one is a bit flat. And then if you like to make use of your scrap yarns, you can use this. And I'll be using any of these colors, and later on you will see the color that I'll be using. But for now, I'll be using this particular color to match with the yellow one. So next is I'll be working a slip knot, and for this particular yarn, which is a fingering weight, I'll be using 2.5 millimeter, and then I will work my first single crochet. So this is how I do my first single crochet, and then I will keep working single crochets until everything is covered with the stitches. So it may take a while, but just go ahead and keep working single crochets until you get back to the last stitch. So make sure it's fully covered. Alright, so this is what it looks like after I have worked a few single crochets around, enough to cover the whole rubber band or elastic, and then into the first stitch made. So by the way, I bury the tail around this one. Also keep in mind, you don't want your stitches to be overcrowded, otherwise it would not stretch that much. So just enough to get through those stitches when you get to the next round. So after chaining one and then working one single crochet, this is going to be the first stitch of the round 2. We're going to chain 3 and then into the next stitch. That is where we're gonna work our next single crochet. So the repeating pattern would be chain 3 and then 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So we will be repeating that until we get to the last stitch. 1, 2, 3, 1 single crochet into the next. Alright, so when you finally get to the last stitch, after working your last single crochet, you're going to chain 3 and then slip stitch into the very first single crochet made. So round 1 is done. Well, actually round 2 is done, and then we're gonna work a slip stitch into the first chain next to the single crochet. We will slip stitch our way into the middle. So after slip stitching into the next chain, slip stitch into the chain space. So this will bring our stitch into the middle. We're going to chain 1, work 1 single crochet into the same chain space. So we will just simply be repeating round 2 by chaining 3, and then into the next chain 3 space we're going to work our single crochet. So that's how easy it is. We will chain 3 again, work 1 single crochet into the next chain 3 space, and we will be repeating that until we get back around. So that's going to be round 3. So this is what it looks like after finishing round 3. Now we're gonna work our last chain 3 here, and then after that we're gonna close off the round by slip stitching into the very first single crochet made. So we're going to work a slip stitch in there. So round 3 is done. Now for round 4, which is the final round, you're gonna work a slip stitch into the very next chain 3 space, chain 1, work 1 single crochet into the same chain space. Next is we're going to chain 3 and then work 5 double crochets into the same space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So once you have 5 double crochets, we're going to be repeating that into every chain 5 space. So into the next chain 3. So into the next chain 3 space, we're gonna work our single crochet, chain 3, and then 5 double crochets. So super easy, right? So after working 3, 4, 5 double crochets into the next chain 3, we're gonna work 1 single crochet, chain 3, and we keep repeating that until we get back around. Now once you get back around, you're going to work a slip stitch into the very first single crochet made. So that's how we're going to end the round, and then we're going to chain 1 and fasten off. Now your scrunchie is ready. All you need to do, of course, lastly, is to weave in all the ends. So I have made 3 scrunchies, the one using the thicker yarn with 4.75mm hook, the one in blue, and then the other 2 I have used the fingering weight yarn using 2.5mm crochet hook. So these is just one of the ways in which you can turn your scrap yarns into a very useful and attractive scrunchie you can make for giveaways. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!